Have you ever wondered how a simple rejection could transform an ordinary person into a monster? What happens when the thin line between admiration and obsession is crossed, and the consequences turn deadly? Sa pelikulang Radyo, makikita natin kung paano ang isang simpleng pang-araw-araw na sitwasyon ay pwedeng maging isang delikadong laro ng buhay at kamatayan. Directed by Yam Laranas, isang filmmaker na kilala sa kanyang innovative approach sa cinematography at storytelling. Ang Radyo ay isa sa kanyang mga early works bago siya naging kilala sa mga horror at thriller films tulad ng Sigaw at The Road. Kasama niya sa pagsulat ng screenplay si John Red at produced ito ng Viva Films, starring ang versatile comedian na si Rufa May Quinto bilang Mila or Lady X, isang charismatic at sikat na radio personality. DJ siya ng isang programa kung saan yung mga listeners ay pwedeng mag-call in with song requests and dedications. At ang talented na actor na si Epi Quezon bilang Ruben, a troubled man whose rejection sets off a terrifying chain of events. This film stands as one of the early 2000s most distinctive Filipino thrillers, offering a fascinating exploration of obsession, media influence, and the devastating consequences of public humiliation. Meron siyang unique blend ng suspense, thriller at comedy elements na kakaiba sa mga typical na Pinoy films noong early 2000s. So ito na nga yung kwento. Nagumpisa yung istorya sa buhay ni Ruben. Isang down on his luck sales demonstrator ng floor mops at household utilities sa isang shopping mall. Si Ruben ay isang ordinaryong empleyado na may malaking crush sa kanyang coworker na si Myla, played by Katya Santos, isang magandang babae pero may pagka-snooty at conceited na ugali. One day, tumawag si Ruben sa isang popular radio program hosted by Lady X para mag-request ng kanta ni Blackjack, yung In Love, at i-dedicate itong kanta kay Myla. Kaso nga lang, dahil sa kakulangan ng oras, hindi na pagbigyan ni Lady X yung request ni Ruben at sinabihan pa siya in a mocking tone na tumawag na lang ulit sa ibang araw. Then, yung araw na yun ay talagang malas para kay Ruben. During lunch break, nalaman ni Myla yung tungkol sa on-air phone call ni Ruben sa radio station kung saan binanggit niya ang pangalan ni Myla at sinabi niya pa na girlfriend niya ito. Hindi lang siya pinagalitan ni Myla, pinahiya pa siya nito sa harap ng kanilang mga coworkers by pouring a glass of juice over his head during their break time. Itong humiliating experience na to, yung naging trigger para sa psychological breakdown ni Ruben. Ang rejection at public humiliation ay nagdulot sa kanya ng intense na galit at desire for revenge. Nagsimula siyang mag-stalk kay Myla at eventually, siya ang naging unang biktima ng kanyang murder spree. After killing Myla, nag-focus naman si Ruben kay Lady X, ang babaeng nagdulot din ng kahihiyan sa kanya sa radyo. Nagsimula siyang i-stalk si DJ X at gawing living hell ang buhay nito. Unti-unti siyang tinatakot through phone calls, mysterious packages, at pagiging present sa mga lugar na pinupuntahan nito. Si Lady X, kasama ang kanyang assistant at best friend na si George, ay nagsimulang makaramdam ng takot at paranoia. Eventually, na-discover nila na may serial killer na nagtatarget sa mga babae at hindi nila alam na si Ruben pala ito. Other women in the city begin to disappear or turn up dead, with the police seemingly unable to connect the dots or catch the killer. As the story progresses, Ruben's character becomes increasingly unhinged yet strangely sympathetic at times. Pinakita nila dito yung descent niya into madness through a series of flashbacks and hallucinations na nagbigay sa mga viewers ng insight sa kanyang troubled mind. May mga intense scenes sa pelikula tulad ng confrontation between Ruben and Lady X sa radio station, kung saan ipinakita ang psychological instability ni Ruben. May mga chase scenes din na very suspenseful, lalo na yung climactic habulan scene towards the end of the film. Sa climax ng pelikula, hinahabol ni Ruben si Lady X dun sa building kung nasan yung studio nila. Tapos dun sila nagkaroon ng final confrontation. Dito na ipinakita yung full extent talaga ng psychosis ni Ruben. and yung determination ni Lady X na mabuhay. So ang ending, nakasurvive naman si Lady X and nahuli din ng authorities si Ruben. Pero merong eksena sa dulo na nagbigay ng pangmalakas ang dark humor sa viewers. Kayo na ang bahalang mag-explore kung ano to. Si Yam Laranas bilang director and cinematographer ng Radyo, na showcase niya ng maigi dito ang kanyang expertise sa visual storytelling. Meron din kasi siyang solid na background as a short filmmaker and director ng mga TV commercials. Kaya na-handle ng maayos yung mga technical aspects ng pelikula. From sound supervision to cinematography, may mga visuals and images na hindi common sa karamihan ng local movies noong panahon na yon. The film looks like a series of well-crafted MTV scenes strung together, showing Direk Yam's innovative approach to filmmaking. Particularly notable yung chase scene between Epi Quizon at Rufa May Quinto towards the end, na sinasabing isa sa mga best staged at most suspenseful scenes sa local movies. In terms of the themes ng movie, ang Radyo ay nag-explore ng psychological effects ng rejection at humiliation. It delves into how a seemingly minor incident can trigger a dangerous psychological breakdown in someone who's already mentally unstable. The film also touches on the power of media, particularly radio, at kung paano ito nakakaapekto sa mga buhay ng mga listeners at broadcasters. Merong interesting blend ng suspense at comedy elements. While it's primarily a thriller, may moments of dark humor na nagbibigay ng unique tone sa pelikula. This balance of humor and suspense ay isa sa mga strengths ng Radyo, na nagpapakita ng versatility ni Yam Laranas as a filmmaker. The setting of a radio station as the central location adds another layer to the film. It symbolizes the one-way communication that exists in media. The broadcaster speaks, but doesn't really see or know their audience. This becomes a metaphor for the disconnection that leads to Ruben's actions. Ang Radyo ay pinalabas sa panahon ng may nagaganap na transition sa Philippine cinema. Noong early 2000s, nagkaroon ng economic slump ang film industry na nag-lead sa near extinction ng local action films at nagkaroon ng shift towards digital at experimental cinema. Sa ganitong context, ang Radyo ay naging part ng new wave of Filipino films na nag-explore ng different genres at storytelling techniques. The film was notable for showing Rufa May Quinto in a more serious role, different from her usual comedic performances. This helped showcase her versatility as an actress at nag-contribute sa kanyang reputation as one of the most talented comedians in Philippine entertainment. For Epi Quizon, the role of Ruben demonstrated his acting range and ability to portray complex characters. Sa social commentary aspect, ang Radyo ay subtly tackled issues like media responsibility at mental health. It showed how media personalities may not always realize the impact they have on their audience. The film also indirectly highlighted the lack of mental health awareness and support systems in Philippine society, as Ruben's deteriorating mental state went unnoticed until it was too late. The movie was released during a time when censorship in Philippine cinema was being heavily debated. In March 2001, just months before this movie was released, there was controversy over film censorship when the MTRCB had a change in leadership. The new censor's chief at that time expressed concerns about declining standards in Filipino films. Despite this environment, this film managed to present its thriller elements and social commentary while navigating the censorship landscape. In terms of its place in Filipino thriller cinema, Radyo stands alongside other notable psychological thrillers from that era. While not as politically charged as films like Década 70, it contributed to the diverse range of thriller and horror films that have become an important part of Philippine cinema. The film's blend of suspense and comedy elements also reflected the Filipino tendency to use humor as a coping mechanism, even in dark situations. This cultural trait is often seen in Filipino cinema, where even serious genres like thrillers may incorporate comedic elements. Sa kabuuan, ang Radyo ay naging significant contribution sa evolution ng Philippine cinema, particularly sa thriller genre. It showcased the talents of its cast and crew, especially director Yam Laranas, whose visual style and storytelling approach would later become more refined in his subsequent works. The film remains a noteworthy example of Filipino thriller cinema from the early 2000s, combining psychological depth with social commentary in a uniquely Filipino way.
Lady X, good morning po. Tatanong ko lang sana kung kasya sa sakong tao.